super tight. I mean, it's a corset, should be, right? Hi everyone, it's Justine again, welcome back on my channel. A few weeks ago I made a video showing you how to get to a mood board for a fashion collection. The link is here in the corner and in the description below this video. Today I would like to show you from that mood board clothes that I made. Here's the mood board. It was about abandoned things, about the beauty of rust growing underneath the paint, about the softness of colors that have been bleached by the sunlight. And I also wanted to keep the idea of a structure like the arches of the church. From that mood board, I chose to make a corset, and I wanted to make it look like it had been new and then worn and then forgotten somewhere in a closet for about 100 years, so it would give this nostalgic effect that I wanted very much. And here's the result. A corset gives the body structure because you have bones built in vertically. So you can fold it this way, but this way you cannot fold it. It's super tight. You have on each seam one bone built in, so to say, all around the body. In a corset you have 3 layers. You have the top layer, which here is dark gray burnt. Then you have the middle layer onto which the bones are fixed and so on. And then you have the inside of the corset, which is the lining. But now how to make my corset look like my concept, fit my mood board. I actually twisted the rules of corset making a little bit. The first thing I changed is the middle layer between the top layer and the lining. Nowadays it's usually a thick plastic net that's very stable, very resistant. It's like pure plastic, and the bones are sewn onto it. It makes it really stable and it won't stretch with usage and when you wear it. This didn't exist 100 years ago, and I thought if I'm making an old corset from 100 years ago, then I cannot use that. Instead I used black wool, knitted wool, and I burned the surface of it so that it gets this rusty look through the upper layer. And I'm going to show you that in a close-up here. So you can see, you see this wool middle layer and the bones are sewn on the seams on the back side of it. The other rule I changed on my corset is the lining, the inside. I want it to look like it's falling off at the top and at the bottom here. And so on the inside I actually added a second lining so that you still have a functioning lining in your garment, so that the wool doesn't touch the skin, because otherwise that would itch like hell. And then I sewed everything together and I used a zipper closure at the back to make sure that the corset stays tight on the whole length. At the end, I dipped my lining into a bleach thing. The black sweater that I was wearing on that day now has nice white spots all over. It was pure bleach, don't do that at home. So I dipped the top and I dipped the bottom to completely decay this lining, and it literally falls apart and it looks like it's from the 16th century or something like that. But inside, you see, you still have a functioning lining that protects your skin from touching the wool. The last thing I did was on the upper surface. I literally scratched it with heavy sandpaper in order to allow for this orange wool to shine through. And this way I literally have my rust coming out through the layer of paint, which is something I really wanted to have from my mood board. Now to sum it up, I'd like to put the corset on and show you how it looks when it's worn. I have approximately the dimensions of a dress form, so let's see if I can still fit in. You can tell it is tight indeed, but it does fit. Still, the wool has stretched a little bit, but it's fine. So here is the corset from the concept. Do you like it? Would you have gotten to a completely different results yourself based on the same mood board? Let me know in the comments so we can discuss. I'm curious to know your creative opinion about that. I link you to 2 more videos to watch or rewatch. The first one at the top is the video about the mood board that I used to make this garment today, if you need to watch it again. And at the bottom, that's my video from last week, inspiration video about the makeup trends that I see coming this year, this summer. Otherwise, like this video if you have the feeling that you learned something new. Thank you very much. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. And if you're still here, tune in next week for our next video. Take care. Bye bye.